Oh yeah. Wynn, $600 day 2. Over 700 people entered. Over 350,000 in the prize pool. 80 players remain. 70 pay. We're gonna attack this bubble, really chip up, cruise to the final table and take this baby down. It's our time to shine. We're in the money. We've been playing pretty tight. And Kush has been the most aggressive at the table. We're under the gun +2. We look down at Jack 9 offsuit. 5K big blind, so we make it 12,000 to go. And Kush does not act immediately, which he normally does, in regards to folding, calling, or 3-betting. He counts out his stack, which is about 150,000, and he decides to flat. Everyone else folds, and we're off to the flop. The flop comes 9, 9, 3, 2 spades. Against most opponents, I'd bet here to try to get value from their ace highs, flush draws, and small pairs. But Kush is a very good player, but he's also very aggressive and he attacks weakness. I want to pretend like I'm have an ace high hand. I'm check calling, check giving up. So we check. He bets 14,000. We call. The turn is the 8 of clubs. 2 flush draws out there. We still have trips. We're going to continue our story and just check call down regardless of the run out. We check. He bets 29,000. We pretend like we're making some sort of hero call with ace high or a small pair. We put in the call. The river is the 4 of spades, completing the flush. We now lose to his flush draws that he's barreling, but it also looks like we don't have many flushes. So we check. He shoves all in. 72,000 chips. We call. He shows pocket 8s. He turned a boat. He was betting the flop for value. Unlucky we got coolered. We're down to just over 100,000 chips. And we are still in. With blinds at 3, 6,000, we have 120,000. We min raise under the gun with ace, 10 of hearts. Folds to the big blind, who calls? The flop comes. 10, 10, 5, 2 spades. He checks. We bet small, 9,000. He check raises to 27,000. We put in the call. The turn is the 4 of hearts. He has us covered. We have about 72,000 behind. He bets 57,000. I think for a while, to really figure out if there's any value in flatting versus shoving, if I'm missing any value, does he have a bet folding range here? Is it still going to look like we have flush draws if we just call with 20 or 15,000 behind? I figure it doesn't matter much either way. We're getting it in, so I just get it in on the turn. He snap calls. He shows king, 4 of spades. We have to dodge a spade. The river is the 8 of hearts. We win a $250K pot, and we're right back in it. One orbit later, and Kush raises to 13,000 under the gun. Folds to the button, who puts in the call. We're in the small blind with ace, 3 of clubs. This would be a good hand to 3-bet, but both of our opponents are the 2 better opponents at the table, and they're going to play very well post-flop and pre-flop, so we want to see a multi-way pot with a hand that can make the nuts and flop well. The big blind is not squeeze happy, so we're not too worried about him ruining our equity. We put in the 10,000, the big blind comes along, and we're 4 ways to the flop. The flop comes. Deuce, 3, 4, 2 clubs, jackpot. We check, big blind checks, and Kush bets 31,000. The button shoves all in for around 130,000. We have him covered with 250, so we also shove all in with our huge equity hand and draw. We have flush draws crushed. He probably just has a mid pair, which we're flipping against. Big blind folds and Kush folds. The button reveals pocket 5s. We're off to the races. The turn is the 10 of clubs, and he's drawing dead. We win the pot, and we now have 450,000 chips. $450,000 going to 8,000 big blind. 45 players remain. Let's final table. With blinds at 12,000, 24,000, under the gun +1, attempts to raise but misclicks a call. 24,000, we're under the gun +2, and we look down at ace, queen, offsuit. We have 380,000 chips, so we shove all in. Everyone folds to under the gun +1 limper. They ask for a count. And they call. They have us covered. They show ace king. The flop comes. Queen, jack, 5. The turn is a king, and the river is a jack. And we are out. 17th place, $3,000. Time for the drive of shame.